He's back. And he, of course, already a solid Super Bowl champion, wants one with the Commanders. Welcome back to one of the most exciting teams, one of the most important teams in the NFL, Zach Ertz.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm so good. It's good to see you. What's your offseason been like?
Oh, it's been great. The whole crew's out here in Virginia now, and so it's hot, humid, so that just means football season is around the corner. And excited to start up. I can't believe we start up next week, a little less than a week now. So time has flown, but I'm so excited to get it back going.
When did you know you wanted to be back with this team?
Playing or with the Commanders? Yeah, I mean, it was really a no-brainer for me to be back here with the Commanders. The moment and we unfortunately lost the game against the Eagles in the NFC Championship, I knew right away that I was going to play next year, and it was pretty much here or bust. I didn't want to play anywhere else. The culture, the people, the quarterback. You don't leave this situation just to leave it. In my opinion, there's few places as exciting to play in right now than DC. And so for me, it was really a no-brainer to come back.
It's so true. I mean, I love that you're back, and I can't wait to see what you guys do this year. You personally are on the cusp of hitting a pretty huge milestone this season. Are you aware of that?
No, I don't know what milestone you could be talking about.
Well, maybe there's a few, but the 41 catches from entering top 5 receptions all time among tight ends. You're looking at them. What does this feel like to see yourself among the best to do it?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty special. Obviously, these are guys that I've tried to emulate, try to steal bits and pieces of their games throughout my career. Obviously, I didn't get to watch Shannon Sharp film. It wasn't as prevalent now as watching some of these other guys. Obviously, Trav and I came in the same draft class, so we've been up there together. But it's honestly just, I think, a testament to the people that have helped me along the way. You know, you don't do anything like this by yourself, being able to play this long in the league, being able to be around some amazing coaches, quarterbacks, teams, and all that is fun. The stats are fun and everything, but at this point in my career, all I really care about is winning as many football games as possible. And so I've trained extremely hard this offseason to be at my best for the team when they need me throughout the season. So, yeah, the stats are cool, but winning is a lot cooler.
Have you changed anything in your training? You always work extra hard every off season.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's as you get more, I don't want to say older, but as you get more years in the
I hear
league,
you.
you kind of have to adjust certain things here and there. You know, I'm not as focused on the conditioning aspect going into camp. It's more trying to get as explosive as I possibly can and use training camp to kind of build the football shape. Because regardless of how hard you try to get in football shape, nothing really emulates practice and football and playing football. So for me, the training has changed probably a little bit, but I'm still with the same strength coach as when I was in college. He's the best strength coach I've ever been around.
Shout him out.
So for me, it's just part of the process. I love the process, and I tell people all the time, when I stop loving the process is when I'll be done.
I mean, exactly. I know you're going to put it to the team, but I do want to talk about you personally just a little bit with some of these like records and things like, and you're doing it, you know, as a tenured vet, and you've got these young cats just coming in and they're crushing it too, like the Brock Bowers of the world. You still, though, hold the record for most catches in a single season by a tight end, which is kind of, I was looking at it, I was like, damn, that's amazing. 116 grabs. Back in 2018, I remember it well, you remember it better. It was a 16-game season, mind you, young cats. When you were watching Brock Bowers last year, scale of 1 to 10, how nervous were you when he had like 108 going into that final week? Be honest.
I honestly thought he was going to get last year. But at the same time, it's going to be broken. Obviously, with the extra game, it's just a matter of when that is going to find a bunch of value and long-term kind of notoriety by having a record in the NFL. They're meant to be broken. And so for me, whoever gets it, I'll reach out to him. I'll congratulate him. But at the same time, like I said, it's not about the catches and the yards. I think the best thing about that stat is we went to the playoffs. Oftentimes you get these huge numbers when you don't go to the playoffs. And so for me, I think the best thing about that record is that I did that and we went to the playoffs that year. And so that's what I'm probably most proud of from that season.
Got it. Your Virginia Wi-Fi was cutting out in the beginning. Did you say,
Yeah.
Did you say that you thought he'd get it?
I did think he would get it. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi.
No, that's okay.
But yeah, I did think he was going to get it that last week. But I'm sure the Chargers knew he was close, or whoever I think it was the Chargers. And so I'm sure they didn't want him to get it. Like everyone doesn't want the opponent to get a record. So I'm rooting for whoever gets it. I don't know if that was caught or not, but I am rooting for whoever gets it. And like you said, it's an extra game, so it's a matter of when, not if.
My producers are like, it was the Chargers. And I'm like, of course it was the Chargers because Zach paid very close attention. And that's so hilarious because I would too. I think it's a very human thing because part of being a good team and caring about is bringing it and wanting to bring it and be fiercely competitive. And I just thought that was very cool. And I don't see that record going away anytime soon. 116 was insane. And then you go on to last year, 2024, these Commanders went on this amazing postseason run. You get to the NFC Championship and as a team, you'd been there, done that. 1991, that was so fun to watch that from the outside and looking at this fan base. Your overtime touchdown catch, Zach, against the Falcons, it got it all started in week 17. Can you walk me through this touchdown?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just great timing and trust from Jayden and I. We've repped that play 1,000 times, not that specific concept, but variations of that play throughout the season, not only in the red zone, but third down. And it really is just a trust throw for Jayden that if he's throwing that side of the field, Terry kind of gets doubled or whatever's going on backside, that I'm going to be the guy. And he's got to trust that I'm going to cross his face. And we repped that play so many times that he was able to anticipate it, throw with timing. And I think that's the thing about Jayden that people don't understand is like they see the physical tools, but he is a pocket passer and then can hit a home run, 60-yard run, whatever he wants to do athletically. And so as a receiver, tight end, those are the guys you love playing with, guys that want to stay in the pocket, play on time, play in rhythm. And he's just a special, special player.
You've played with special teams, special players. The Jayden hype, I mean, I hear it from everyone. And like, there wasn't a rookie moment for him. And Cornelius was saying like, I'd never seen anything like that before. And this is a guy who had like Drew Brees and all sorts of different quarterbacks. I'm trying to like wrap my head around what a leap looks like for Jayden Daniels. Like, where is there a world and all the things that matter where there could be improvement? What would you say to that?
I mean, that's a great question. I think he had a phenomenal year last year. And I think when he goes back and watches the film, I, as a tight end, can't exactly say what he needs to improve on. But I know there's always things in this league that you can improve on. Going into my 13th year, there's things that I'm continually trying to get better at. And really, that's all sports. That's the best part about sports is you can always find something to work on because no one is a perfect player. And so for Jayden, I'm sure it's just little things. Consistency, footwork, timing, whatever it is, there's something that he is working on because he is a guy that loves to put in the work, loves the process, and has very, very high standards for himself, and holds himself in he has such high confidence in himself because he wants to be so great that it really resonates with the rest of the guys out there on the field and on the team with him. So yeah, from the outside looking in, you could say he had a phenomenal year, but in the back of his mind, he's saying, I can be better this year. And it's crazy going into his second year, how good he was last year, but he's going to have that. He's going to have that mentality for the next, hopefully 15 years. Like,
did he even have a rookie moment? Welcome to the NFL rookie moment. I guess the loss, kind of, but he played well. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a third down scramble against the Giants in our week 2 game where he got obliterated. Maybe that was his welcome to the NFL moment. But other than that, I mean, in terms of him changing his demeanor or his poise or a moment was too big for him, I can't remember a moment like that.
Yeah, we can't talk about like what he needs to improve on. What did you notice as a veteran from the day you met him to the last time you talked to him that you're like, that stands out, that has evolved so much as he's gone through this year?
I mean, his humility. I mean, that's the thing about Jayden is things have really haven't changed. He's such a humble guy. He is just one of the guys. And oftentimes when you see guys come in that are drafted as high as he was, that won the Heisman, they come in with such a kind of almost an ego. And Jayden was just a guy that wanted to learn. And so I think that's so rare. And I think that speaks about the type of person he is, the type of person that will continue to be is, yeah, his confidence, comfort level in the offense has grown from last year when he first came in to like the offseason OTAs. His demeanor, his ability to execute, yeah, it's improved, but the person has not changed at all.
Yeah, and he's knows the playbook. He's not learning it. Maybe things slow down. I'm really excited to see. Like, I don't know what a leap could even look like. I think it's terrifying to imagine, but I can't wait to see what it does. I saw a stat the other, you're talking about training and things that have evolved in your tenure. There was a stat the other day that the Commanders are the oldest team in the NFL. The average age is 27 years and 247 days old. And I almost didn't believe it because you do have so many young stars. Like, it's a perfect mix, right? You've got your Jayden, some of your younger guys, but then some true OGs, you and Bobby among them. Can you sort of explain why that is a superpower? Like, why that gives you an advantage, right? That mix of youth and experience on that squad.
I mean, twofold. One, it's like all these other sports, the guys that are 34, 35, like Durant, Bobby and I, maybe not in Kevin Durant's category, but he's still getting traded for first round picks at 36, 37.
There we go.
Football really is the only sport that is viewed, like age is viewed in such a negative light. And I think there's so many variables in terms of just saying someone's age. Like your processing speed is faster. You're able to recognize the defense is better. And so I think there's that side of being an older player that people may not account for. But also with our team, AP, DQ, Cliff, they've been so deliberate in the type of people that they've brought in, just guys that loved going to work every day, loved practicing every day. And truly the culture that they've built in terms of just wanting guys to be able to maximize their individual potential so the potential of the team continues to get higher is really second to none in terms of the buildings I've been in. Everyone on the team, I can pretty much say from top to bottom, loves to practice, loves to work. And so for guys like me and Bobby, it's just it's easy to come to work every day. There's no like, oh man, I got to go to work every day and you're 13, 14. It's really just, we love being around the guys. We love the type of people that are there. And so it's really just enjoyable to go to work every day.
And I think people who might, you're saying it's not looked at as a bad thing. Like, you and Bobby had tremendous seasons last year. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just the young cats and it wasn't just the quarterback. It is that true team thing that you open this interview with, as you always do, because it's kind of who you are. But you were so important to that. Bobby was so important to that. You were so big on third downs. You were a security blanket for Jayden. And I think so. It's just an interesting thing. I will ask you this, like training camp day one, how many different eras of music are we going through? Like top to bottom?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, as an older guy, you kind of have control of the aux, but you're always open to requests, I would say. But at the same time, it's just fun to be a part of the guys. The guys are such good energy. Jayden, Mikey, Ben Sinnott, these guys are going to be great players for a long time. And so for me, it's just fun to be a part of the organization.
I don't even know if they know what an aux is. Like, does Jayden is aux like outdoor? Literally, they're like VCR. What are you talking about? Anyway, I like you've been so consistent on saying no brainer. Like that there was that loss. You knew you wanted to come back. If you were coming back, it's the Commanders. You've been on teams. You've been around the league long enough, top to bottom, culture, ownership, coaching, whatever that looks like. What is it? What is one thing that the Commanders do better than everyone else?
Oh, man. I mean, it's hard to say for sure because I haven't been in every building. I don't understand everyone's process. But I would say Coach Quinn is probably the best coach I've been around in front of the team and being himself and bringing energy and holding guys accountable at the same time. I think he is truly a difference maker in this league. And I don't know if you can say that about every single coach, that they're a difference maker with their team. But I think Coach Quinn truly elevates all of our performances, and not only on Sundays, but truly every day. And so for me, being around him in particular has really opened my eyes to how good he is. I was never with him. I never played with him before I got out here. But immediately you knew that he was a difference maker in this league.
Zach, if I had Coach Quinn in my life every morning, I would be a pretty optimal human being. I would get a lot done. I'd be I remember going to training camp and it is hot. And even to make it through that day, like how motivational can a man be to make me through these sweltering, vibes that you guys are having at training camp? He had the motto last year. We knew what it was. It was on the t-shirts. Yeah, what is this year's? It was anybody, anytime, anywhere. What's this year's?
I mean, I think for us, it's all about the standard. We hold ourselves, each other, to a very high standard, and the standards have the foundation has been set, and it's up to us as players to really hold each other to that standard. The standards are very clear if you're not performing up to the level, and it's really not a performance thing. It's really how you carry yourself each and every day, how you approach the game. How you control the things that take zero talent in this league. Those are the things that are non-negotiables for us. And so for us, it's all about the standards. It's all about continual improvement. And I would say that's kind of the biggest thing.
Zach, you and I have known each other a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think whenever you decide to hang it up, you'll have a future in broadcasting, wherever you want, in the booth. Have you thought about that? I'm sure. A little bit.
I mean, I'm definitely closer to the end, so those thoughts kind of creep in as you enter the latter part of your career. But I also don't want to know exactly what I want to do. I think if you put too much time and energy into what you want to do post, you're kind of doing yourself and your teammates a disservice for the time being. So yeah, I think those conversations have popped up here and there, but for me, I'm not spending too much time in terms of preparing myself for life after football. Because for me, I don't know how much longer I'm going to play, how much longer I want to play. That's a year-to-year thing at this point. But I do love the guys. I love the process. And for me, I think I don't want these guys that are coming in, especially these younger guys, and it's like, man, I heard great things about Zach, the way he approached the game, but I felt like he let his foot off the gas at the end. So for me, it's almost like I'm going even more aggressive, harder now, just to make sure I'm not letting these young guys down in any way.
If you win a Super Bowl this year, will you be done?
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to make a blanket statement like that. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's just like I said, if I can make a difference on the field and I still love the process, for me, I'll still want to play. And so whether that's 1 year, whether that's 3 more years, I don't know exactly. There's a lot of decisions that are much bigger than just what I want now at this point with 3 kids and a lovely wife. So for me, it's a conversation to be had. And I'm not going to say either way what is going to happen.
I mean, broadcasting is waiting for you. That free agency period will be a frenzy for you because we're talking on the production meeting this at 6 a.m. like, oh, Zach, like he gives like but you say stuff, you are honest, you are vulnerable, but you do a very good job of handling the media. I can't wait. I think you'll be we never talked about this, but you'll be on the other side and I can't wait to see what happens with that. Now you and I have known each other a long time. I would like for you to now make me feel better about Terry McLaurin. Can you make me feel better about Terry McLaurin?
Yeah, I mean, I think Terry is a guy. I'm not going to over there. I don't know the business of what's going on. I'm not privy to the conversations. But what is it? July 16th. The first game is September 7th. There's a lot of time between now and then to get something done. But at the end of the day, I mean, everyone knows Terry's working his butt off, whether he's in the building or not in the building. And so for me as a player that's gone through contract situations, public contract situations, I appreciated that my teammates weren't out there giving their opinions and everything like that. So I'm not going to come out here and say one thing or the other. But what I do know is Terry is going to do everything he can to be at his best when his best is needed. And fortunately, his best is not needed tomorrow or early next week. It's needed towards the end of training camp, week 1. So for me, I'm rooting for Terry. I hope he gets paid as much as he wants to get paid. But in terms of the business side of it, I'm going to stay far away from that.
Well said. I mean, you've already made your feelings on him known, that he's like the best.
Yeah.
Heart and soul. Yeah, I mean, we all know that.
In terms of like number 1 receivers, there's 2 guys, AJ Green, which I saw at the end of his career, Terry McLaurin, are the 2 guys that literally, if they had 150 yards or 20 yards, you couldn't tell the difference in their demeanor. And I think that speaks volumes about the type of people they are, the type of how they work. Dudes that just want to be great teammates and give everything they can for their guys. Those 2 I hold in especially high regard.
It's interesting because sometimes while these things are going on, it creates an opportunity and it all kind of works out at the end. Terry will come back, hopefully, right? We'll figure that out. But then in the meantime, other people have an opportunity to shine or take more leadership role or whatever. Like that's how it works a little bit with a little, and then by the end, everyone's got the experience and the depth. And like, there's always a little bit of an opportunity with an injury or a gap or whatever. Is there someone that you've noticed in the off season? Because I'm not buying that like it's got to be different without Terry in the off season stuff. It just has to be. So is there anybody that you're noticing, whether it's a young person, old person, that's sort of sticking out right now?
Oh man, I think we have a really talented receiver room in general. But a guy that has always consistently been underrated in this league is Noah Brown. I don't know if it's because of how he came into the league but the dude is super, super talented. Probably one of the better route running receivers I've been around in my career. He had a phenomenal offseason. And then Jayden Lane, the young rookie receiver we drafted, I think from a football IQ standpoint to how he handles himself, very, very mature. And so I think those two guys to me really stood out this offseason. And the good thing about that room is it is very competitive. And Terry leads the way. Obviously, he's led the way in that room for a long time for this organization. But there's a lot of good people in that room. Debo, obviously, adding him, definitely a different type of player, different type of dynamic, but a guy you need to find ways to get the ball in his hands. So, yeah, I'm excited about the room in general. Luke McCaffrey, another guy that I think is going to take the next step. So for me, it's just fun to see guys compete, obviously. And that's what the best part about going into training camp is that all expectations, all off-season talk is irrelevant from the moment we start camp. How its last season ended is irrelevant. And so for me, it's all about competing and earning your way. I'm not walking into training camp this year expecting anything. I expect to go out there and earn the trust of my coaches and my teammates again. It's not like, oh, Zach is penciled in to do X, Y, and Z. We need to find him a way to get this many balls or this many targets. It's about me going out there and showing them like, yeah, maybe you need to give me a little more. Maybe I don't earn as much. And so for me, that's the best part about training camp starting is all the talk of the off season or how the last season ended will finally be done.
Big Jayden Lane fan. Love that you gave love to every receiver, but cannot wait to see what Jayden Lane has in store. Can't wait to see Scary Terry. One last one before we let you go. You said it doesn't matter how the last season ended, but the Eagles are a thing with you. You know that. Were you not upset? How did you feel about those games not being in the schedule earlier? You don't face them until 16 and 18. Do we like that?
I thought it was a mistake. I don't know what goes into the making of the schedules, but I thought for the NFC Championship rematch, the first one to be week 16, like you see here. I thought it was a little late for my liking. I'm sure for their liking. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter who we play, what time we play, where we play. We're going to Spain. We're playing Thursday night, week 2. So for us, it's going to be every year is a tough schedule, a hard schedule. The Eagles games, the divisional games are always tough. But there's a reason that they won the Super Bowl. They were better than us last year. And so, yeah, those games are going to be fun. But at the end of the day, we got a lot of games that matter just as much as that one throughout the season.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll want to get at them early. I get it, but then at least these 41 catches, you'll blow past Shannon Sharp. That'll be knocked, off the list, and you won't have anything to worry about ahead of those late season matches, which I sort of like because it's like a crescendo, and then we get to see them right at the end when things get juicy. Zach, we appreciate you. All the love to your family. Enjoy the Virginia Heat, and maybe I'll see you at training camp.
Okay, thank you.
Great to see you. Congrats on everything in your new deal. Go win a Super Bowl. You're second. We'll be back up. We got